Christmas time, there seems to be a little bit of renewed interest in my clove orange. So I purchased a few more oranges, and I use tangerines simply because they're smaller and you're going to use less cloves, and it does get pretty tedious stuffing the cloves in the oranges, so the smaller, the less tedious. And I picked up another 100 grams of whole cloves, so I should have enough to do at least one or two more, and if not, I have more cloves in my kitchen cupboard. Okay, and just to clarify, these are some of the cloves that I did, clove oranges that I did last year. Now, this is my favorite, where the whole thing is studded, and it dries, and it still smells awesome. These ones here are a little bit more patterned. And once again, the orange does dry, and it does not rot. I don't know how that works, but it dries quite nicely. And here's another one that I thought was a little bit more of a pattern, but when it dried, I'm not so sure I like the looks of it. So something like that with the stripes is very pretty. Or, of course, the one that's got the whole thing done, but obviously that's a lot more work. So my intent today is to do something a little bit different again, and I have pulled out my glue gun. Yes, I haven't used that in years. And a whole bunch of ribbons that I have quite a few of these, so I pulled out what I thought I would like to use, and maybe I'll just make some hanging clove orange that you can put on your Christmas tree or hang elsewhere. So that my idea is to of course glue some ribbon on the orange before I stud it with the cloves. So I don't know how I'm gonna do this yet, but let's see how I can figure this out. What we want to do is to be able to hang the orange. So I think that's the idea. We don't quite need that much though. I'm going to start by gluing it around. Okay. Okay, so I wrapped this round and I tied a knot in there. So now I'm ready to cut the excess off, and I'll probably put a drop of glue there to make sure that does not come undone. Okay, so that is ready now to be studded with the whole cloves. And I actually found Now, I have a whole bunch of these ribbons. I don't know where I got them from, but some I bought, some were given to me. But I found one that I also, looks like I purchased at Dollarama, and it is a glittery gold, which I think is going to be very pretty for this. And actually that's a gold too, so they'll kind of match up. But this is thicker, so I thought I would see if I could slice it in half. And yes, I can. So I'm going to create a thinner strip, because these oranges are small. Now the thicker strip might have worked well with a larger orange, but these are very small ones. So the thinner strip is more ideal. So let's see, I don't know how much of this I need, but let's see, just a rough once around there, and again around a second time. Oh yeah, and then the balance can be used to hang it. Okay, so we'll cut this off there. And it's, okay, they did come apart. So, I do want to glue this whole thing on. Let's hold that for a minute. Bring it around. Oh, that is hot. Okay, got the first bit on. Okay, and we're going to tie this one on. Glue it on. Start there. Find my center point here. Okay. A little bit messy with the glue, but it'll be pretty when it's done. Okay, bring it around. And now I want to tie these two into a knot here. Put some glue on it there. And then we can just tie this up in a bow. Okay, that's the second one ready to be studded. Now, should I do a third one with the glitter? I think I will. They're kind of pretty. Okay. So, fortunately, this cutting mat, I can just scrape the glue right off of it. Okay. So, strip some more of this and cut it in half. And of course, I will have this syrup left over. A little bit more than enough. Okay, I think that should do it. Going on to the last one here and gluing on the little strip. And pulling it taut and allowing it to dry for a minute. It doesn't take long. Do a little twist here. And glue that down. And now we'll go in the opposite direction. And once again, do a quarter of the orange. And then the last quarter. Now you might find other ways to prepare this, but for me it just seemed that doing a quarter each round was a fairly easy way to deal with it. And then we will stud each quarter with the cloves. Okay. And at this point, okay, this one is a little longer than I thought it needed to be, but that's fine. I'm going to double this up here just to give it some more strength. And then I'm going to tie this in a knot, I think. Yes, I am. Good, okay, so that holds that together. And probably hit that with just a little bit more glue as well. And then I can put my glue gun away. So, let's see if I can bring this out. So I've got 1, 2, and 3, and they're all different lengths, which is fine. So I'm gonna wait till this glue gun is cooled off, and then I'm gonna put it away and remove all this excess glue off my cutting mat. Okay, so now I'm going to open up my package of whole cloves that I purchased today. And this one's got a resealable bag, which is probably good. And I'm going to pour them into a little bowl here so that I can pick out the best ones as I'm working. And I'm going to start off with one of the ones with the gold trim on the edges here. And I'm going to take a toothpick. And the idea here is, let's see if I can bring this up closer. Okay, so the idea here is to poke holes, and you want to use a toothpick or something to poke holes rather than just try to shove the cloves in directly, because you'll just probably break the heads off the cloves, and you really don't want to do that. So I'm going to start by doing a row right up against this gold ribbon that I put in, and find the first one. And so we now stud the orange. And the nice thing about these is once they're dry, I mean, you can hang these on your Christmas tree and they could be saved from year to year, because once they're dry you can just wrap them up and put them away. And they, like my last year's, still smells awesome. And there's just something about the scent of clove and orange together that is just amazing. So I'm going to continue along here. And so you've just made your own gorgeous Christmas ornament. Yes, I did have. Okay, as you can see, it's starting to take shape. So I'm going to fill in all these quarters, and then I'll show you the completed product here. Okay, and there's 1/4 done. And yes, they're not very tight, but as the orange dries and shrivels up, that will tighten up. So, and it will look more like this. Okay. I don't think that I'd made them any closer together here than what I did there. Okay. So we'll continue along here. Okay, I have completed one of my clove orange tree ornaments, and these are absolutely gorgeous. You can just hang them on the tree, and when it comes down to take down your tree, and this orange will disappear, like the orange does shrivel up and dry up. I don't know why that works, but it'll end up looking like that with the gold ribbon in between when it's dry. And okay, so one done and 2 more to go, and if I feel up to it I may make a few more. And as I said, these can be saved and used year after year, and I can't wait till that dries up. Anyway, yeah, I'm quite pleased with that, with the result of that. So, hope you enjoyed this video, and we will catch you on the next one.